Today we're going to share with you 3 tips on practical self-care. Stick around, we're going to get started right now. Tip number 1, routine. Now, some may not be ready for a routine just yet and don't feel pressure to return to a routine right away after the loss of your baby. When you are ready, there are benefits to returning to a routine. It can give you a sense of normalcy and a sense of order in what may feel chaotic or unstructured. It can reduce your stress levels, and it can also keep your thoughts in order and give you something to focus on and look forward to each day. Now, we are not talking about a routine that includes as many tasks or to-do lists as you can fit in. We are talking about a routine that gives you the balance you need to allow space and time for you to be present on your journey towards healing. Some examples would be going to bed and waking up at a certain time to make sure you have adequate rest, getting in regular meals, incorporating light exercise, or even just taking your dog on a walk, including journaling or writing a note to your baby.
Knowing when to say no is tip number 2. So don't overcommit yourself. Very important. You're not trying to add more to your plate. That's for sure. You're trying to go back to the basics and give yourself the foundation for overall well-being. So knowing your limits and knowing when to say no to what is unnecessary can give you peace of mind and lower your stress levels. Sometimes allowing yourself to just be in the moment without feeling any obligations to anything else is just what you need to help you through the day. We're going to get to the 3rd tip in a second. Stick around. Tony?
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Tony, and this is Jeff Brabeck. We are the founders of Our Little Sparrows. Jeff and I hope that you are getting value out of this episode and invite you to stick around for the next episode where we discuss the importance of social self-care.
Yeah.
Now, back to our 3rd and final tip.
The 3rd and final tip is goal setting. Simple and achievable is what you're looking for. Going back to the basics. Don't forget that. You don't want to overwhelm yourself. So try to be specific, though. Being specific will help keep your focus on what the goal is, but also choose something that's achievable. So don't go too extreme, I guess would be a good way. Start walking 1 mile a day is a good example. Another example would be to make or collect crocheted or knit baby hats to donate to the hospital. So, NICU, maternity, high-risk maternity, wherever your experience is, it might be specific to that, or it might just be something that's on your heart that you want to do. And you do it in memory of your baby, which is so important. Now, another example would be to find 5 things to be thankful for each day. So that's a frame of mind, right? It puts you in good perspective for that day. Decluttering, also other people call it organizing, is a good thing. So picking a shelf in a room and organizing it, or even reorganizing it, right? Throw away or donate what you don't use or need anymore.
The practical tips we are sharing with you are not only beneficial to you and your overall well-being, they're also helpful for your daily productivity without overwhelming you. Finding routine, knowing when to say no, and goal setting are just a few of the many practical self-care tips that can help you feel focused, energized, and relieved of other things that may be burdensome or unnecessary. We hope you found this episode helpful. We want you to know that you are not alone. You are loved. Your baby will always be cherished, and we are here to support you in any way we can.
And don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell so that you can get alerts and updates for when we release our new video podcast every week. And if you have comments, you guys, if you have questions, you can leave them down below the video. Tony and I do the best to answer all those questions as well as continue conversations through your comments.
Now, if you're watching us in the replay, you can watch the next episode in our weekly video podcast where we talk about suggestions for social self-care by clicking or tapping here. If you are interested in our grief series, The Pregnancy Journey, Grieving from Diagnosis to the Loss of Your Baby and Beyond, you can click or tap here.